So, thank you for joining me. It's late in the morning, I know. Oh, mercy. Let me see what time it is. Let the queen check. Let's see. Got my ticking clock going. Oh, about 10 till 2. Mercy, mercy. What can I say? Many of you are probably saying, Queen, what are you doing up this time of morning? Well, I was up chitter chattering away with someone, talking about various things. And now I decided to go live with my morning confession. God forgive me for where I'm going, but I'm going to go ahead and share it with the fans, although it's none of your damn business. But anyway, Queen has gotten herself in a pickle. As most of you know who follow this network, I talk about various topics. A couple weeks ago, I talked about my dating dilemma, trying to date and court as a Black woman, 50 plus years of age in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's very hard. Most of the people know each other. Slim pickings, depending on the arena you're in, that you're looking for someone. And it's not that I've been out actively seeking anybody, because I don't mingle like I used to, but I found myself being drawn to someone. Now, a few weeks ago, I told you all I was trying to talk to Mr. Professional, and that didn't go anywhere. So I can go ahead and tell you during this live stream that has fizzled out. We have not had contact in over a week. This upcoming Sunday will make 2 weeks that we had contact via text. The texts were not nice on either side. He's a gaslighter. And what's interesting is that while I was trying to engage with Mr. Professional, trying to get to know that person, a liar, I do believe, I was talking to somebody else and, friendly, talking about Mr. Professional to that person who happens to be a male. And now I've found myself drawn to this other individual. And it is not the greatest circumstances, which I don't have to explain because I don't have to tell everything. But I am attracted to this other person physically, mentally. And I don't know which one started first, the physical or the mental. Before I was really talking to the person, I'd see their photographs around and I kept thinking, damn, he is so fine. That's all I kept telling myself months ago. Why is this man so beautiful? He's just beautiful to me. But naturally, it was just that, looking at pictures. And then this person and I have become acquainted in a friendly manner, of course, nothing serious. But in our conversations as of late, I have become more drawn to this human being. And this is so dangerous because this is how you get yourself caught up. And that's what I'm telling myself right now. It's like, well, you were interested in that bobblehead a few weeks ago, and somehow you're talking to this person about that bobblehead. And in the conversations with this person who's been flattering you with commentary and nice compliments, I have now gotten beside myself and distracted completely. Damn. Maybe it's transference. Maybe it's just, you were talking to this person about the other person who you were interested in, and it didn't work out with that person, so now you're transferring those emotions on to this person. So is that what I'm doing? Is there a psychologist in the room? Is this transference? But the person has let me know that, they like my conversation, they enjoy talking to me, and they are equally attracted, but to my mind, which is to me more important than physical, of course, because naturally we aren't around each other every day. We're not engaging in any type of fashion with one another, physical. So mental is all it could be, right? At this point. Hello, Sky. How are you, hun? Help the queen out, Sky. What are you doing up this late morning? Oh, what can I say? I'm messed up. I told myself the only thing that can come to mind is Luther Vandross's song, You Got Me Going in Circles, round and round. Here we go. Lord have mercy. I think about this person daily. No lie. I'm wondering what he's doing. Who is he talking to? Oh my God. Well, when they talk about needing a life preserver, damn, they meant that. I'm just like, ugh. I like listening to him talk. I like his conversation. I like that his mind is broadened. There's something I don't like in a man that's like his mind is stale. You know, everybody's different, but I can't stand a stale mind. You don't have any conversation. That's the most enjoyable thing about a human being. You know, everybody's different because everybody's got their own tastes and likes. But Queen is attracted to a man that can talk for himself. He can navigate for himself. He has stimulating conversation. He's not stuck on one particular type of subject matter. He's not that type of guy that'll, you know, push under the rug what you're trying to say or your opinion. A lot of men are like that. They don't want a woman speaking. They don't want to hear what she has to say. I mean, she can't even say, well, it was a great day outside. Or, hey, a storm's coming. He would have a complaint. You know? Oh, what are you talking about that for? Oh, nobody cares. I've met men like that. I have a friend who was like that. He was so negative. I mean, you couldn't talk politics. You couldn't talk, hey, I heard the neighbor's dog got hit by a car. He have something negative to say. What do you care about that? It's not your dog. I don't like men like that. And this guy is not like that. I can talk to him about anything. Anything. So far, I think I can. But I don't think, I know I can't go anywhere. Jesus. What are your comments, honey? I've been sewing. It's only midnight here where I am. Oh, you're out west then? I couldn't help you. I haven't dated since my husband passed 16 years ago. What? You haven't dated in 16 years? Really? Oh, Lord, girl. Stop it. Do you still pine for your husband? It's not good to tell people how to grieve, but some people don't even wait until the body's cold before they jump in bed with somebody else or start dating. No disrespect to you or nothing, just saying men don't usually wait long. If their wife passes away, girlfriend passes away, they have to have a warm body. That's my dilemma, everybody. I'm attracted to someone that I know I can't be with in the way I would want it to be. Now, in my younger days, I could be frivolous and go down into the abyss and be physical with the person, knowing it would never be anything, just to say, oh, I had a little fun. But, you know, there's always repercussions for going into the abyss. And even now at 53, the repercussions are still the same. It's just, oh, Lordy. Matt, yeah. Oh, man. Tootie, I can't. I could do something physically, of course, but as I said before, not to, you know, get all into the nitty gritty, it just couldn't be what I would want it to be. That's the point. So, and I know this. And I do believe he's also attracted to Queen because he said so, you know, and he likes my conversation. He has said that. And then naturally, he's a man. So we don't have to sugarcoat the other. Says what? And I wait at any time. Doesn't even have to be death. What are you talking about? Venomous, what are you talking about? Queen is on something else. What are you on? Damn, I can't even confess. This is where I need a priest. I need my pastor or I need a priest is who I need to talk to. Is he so-called attached? Ooh, Lordy. My goodness. You know, that's a scary thing when you meet people and you talk to people. And I've known of this person, you know, for many years, but we never conversed. But to talk to this person now, you know, he's been through a lot in life. It's just, I'm very attracted to not just his physical, let me make that clear, not just physically, you know, how he looks, because looks aren't everything. But I am attracted to his mind, the way he talks, the way he carries himself. And as I said, he's, you know, he's a flawed human being, such as myself. Neither one is perfect. I'll make that clear. But there's just something about his conversation. Damn. Lord have mercy. Now, of course, when I was trying to be interested in Mr. Professional, I liked the way he talked. You know, he was mild-mannered in his conversations, but he wasn't genuine, I don't believe. There's a difference. He wasn't genuine. Now, one could say, well, this person's probably not genuine either. He's probably just wanting to talk to get something from you, Queen. Could be. Who's to say? But I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not physical because we've talked before, months before, and it never ventured to where it is today. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's different. Only because when we initially started talking, it was pertaining to, you know, hot topics and the network, the YouTube channel. It wasn't about either one of us in a personal capacity. I know mind, body, soul. So Tootie says, yes, okay, he's not that attached. Well, men don't wait. Yeah, some men don't wait. So does it matter to some of you if he's attached? Everybody's entitled to his or her opinion. It doesn't matter. I'm not getting ready to tell all my business on the live stream. I'm just telling you I'm attracted to someone. And I just decided to go live to make my confession public. I don't have to give a name. I don't have to give where they live. I don't have to tell anything personal about the person, just that I'm attracted to him mentally and physically. We have not coincided in that manner. We have not. I'm praying that I don't cross that threshold because it would just be devastating to me, I believe. I believe it would be devastating because of where I am in my head mentally, where I want to be with another human being. I could not get that from him. Yeah. Yes. You know what I think of when I think of him? I think of the person that I could just be in the room with him and not even touch him. Yeah. I'm going full honesty in this live stream. I think I could be in a room. Let me take that back. Let me say, he's the type of person I could be close to, rather, and there wouldn't be anything intimate. Not saying it wouldn't be on my mind, but I would want it to be like me lying my head on his shoulder, for instance. You understand? Because sometimes we get ourselves wrapped up into wanting to do physical things with a person, but it is more genuine when there is no sex. Okay? You're just talking. You're just looking at the other person. It's not saying that you two aren't desiring each other. It's not that you don't want to do something, but it's straight conversation, or hell, you're just looking at the person. Kind of like how you see in the movies. They're looking at one another. They're thinking the wrong thing, but they do not touch. They don't even kiss. Now, I would say, because I have to backtrack my own damn words, yeah, I would find myself wanting to touch. Let me make that clear. I would find myself, yes, wanting to at least, rub a kneecap or rub a shoulder or arm, but not necessarily have relations. Let me clear that up. I think I would want to do that. I would want to be, affectionate, but not sexual, because I know the sex would probably make it worse and get me all jacked up in my emotions. Oh. But I just think he's somebody I could just, like I said, be with, like sit beside, lie beside, but we don't do anything. Just enjoy the moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Take in the air, take in their breath, take in the way they smell, all of that. Because I can look at him and tell, I know he smells damn good. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Damn, Queen. Woo! When they said there's a leak in this whole building, they meant that. It's bad. So I think that's why I never dated after my husband passed, because I was afraid to be with another man. Okay. I'll tell you a quick story. My mom and dad both were married to other people and divorced, and they were married 40 years before they died. Wow, Tootie. Damn. Oh, he done made love to your mind. Yeah, affectionate companionship. Yes, and that's what I want. See, this is why I said why it could be easy to just say the word to him. Hey, let's do something, because I know he is on the same page. He would do something with me. I know he would. That's the point, is that what I feel for him at this moment is mental, which is how it's supposed to be with another person in the first place, whether it goes anywhere or not. This is rarely what people get into with others, because it usually starts off, it's physical, the way she looks, he looks, what they got going on, how they live, how they dress. You get enamored with the shit that usually falls apart like so damn fast. And I can say for the first time, I'm talking to someone in just a general capacity of just conversation, and my mind is like whipped. And that's rare for Queen, because most of the guys I've met, it was quick, a little physical this, oh, he fine, she fine. And then, it's not the way it's supposed to be. This, to me, is the way it's supposed to be, but it's complicated. Damn. Fuck. I was in this place a few years ago, and I think back to when I was talking about the Cal City Boys. I had met someone online that was following the Queen. He was following my YouTube channel. He just saw me one day, and he just became captivated with the Queen. Because, back then, that's when I showed myself a lot. I don't show myself a lot now because I hate dolling up and having to put on all the, put the makeup on and do all that. It's just easier to just hit the live stream and go live. It's just, people don't understand. It's just easier. But he just said it was something about you that drew me to you. I couldn't stop watching you. So then we became friends. We talked on Messenger, exchanged numbers, but that was a bad situation as well, because he had somebody else in his life. But we would talk, and it was just, man, we could just talk like windedly. And usually with a lot of men, you can't do that. Whether they're 20, they're 30, they're 40, a lot of guys, they just don't want to talk on the phone. And that's what I was trying to get this last bobblehead to do. Mr. Professional, Mr. Fancy Pants, he can't even hold a conversation. Everything is through a fucking text. And it's like, how can you build something with a human through a text? And it baffles me that even some of you all out here, you're the same way. You can't even talk to people without texting. When you know we grew up in a world where the cell phone was null and void. That's why it amazes me when some of you say, oh, I text all the time. I text. You're texting people in another room. What the fuck? Are you that disconnected from the earth? You got to text somebody in another room. Hey, dinner's ready. Hey, your doctor's appointment's at 1. Hey, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Hey, I'm getting ready to leave. And they're feet away. That's what the world is now. A lot of you are disconnected. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that human where my only conversations with humans is through emails and texting. I pass. This person I can talk to, he will talk, he will message. Can you talk? Are you up? Blah, blah, blah. I long for that because that's what I've been wanting from the other men that I was interested in the past couple of years who couldn't give me that. And that's what's so fucked up. It's that the ones I can't have, they're giving me that conversation that these other ones who are free-spirited, wild, running around, refuse to do. It's just messed up. We're in a messed up world. Because I know I'm not bad looking. I got some extra pounds, but I'm a bad bitch. You hear me? I'm going to stoop my own horn. I smell good. I look good. I got pretty feet. My skin is soft. And this is what I see. And this is what I've heard from men. Okay? They don't lie. They ain't got to lie. Because I'm going to confirm it. I've always heard that about myself. Oh, you smell so good. Oh, your skin's so soft. Oh, you dress so nice. Oh, your house is so clean. Oh, your room smells so good. That's what you think a man wants from a woman. She's nice. She's clean. She smells good. She dresses nice. You know, she looks aesthetically beautiful. Now, everybody's got their taste, of course. But when I come to the table, I come correct. And anything else, you know I ain't getting ready to divulge on no lies string. But let me tell you, I'm going to say it. I'm a bad bitch. And I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, dear God. Yes, we do. A lot of people would rather have a relationship with their phone than the other person, with the person. Yeah. And that's what it was like with Mr. Fancy Pants. It's just texting. Because I think he was enamored with himself. I think he's enamored with himself. You know, that guy, that other guy. He's enamored with himself. So a robot could be talking to him. He would be responding. He didn't care because he wasn't in tune. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, Lord. But I am attracted to him. I was attracted long before we ever started talking. He doesn't know that. He knows now. I would see his pictures and I was like, damn. I remember him being nice looking, but Jesus, he is fine as hell. And he takes really nice pictures. Really nice pictures. Oh, Lordy. You all are so messy down in that damn chat. What am I to do? My morning confession. I'm messed up. It's crazy because I thought, you know, I was liking somebody else weeks ago, a month ago, and thought, well, you know, let's see where this goes. And then it was going nowhere. And then I'm talking about that fool to this wonderful person. How fucked up is that? That while you're talking about Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Professional, you're solely being complimented and validated by another person who you just, you know, cool with. There's nothing between you. And then slowly, it's like the wheels started to turn in the opposite direction. And I thought, okay, what the hell's going on here? Wait a minute, Queen. This ain't good now. Is this transference? Is this you starting to like this person because they're just complimenting you. What the hell's really going on? And that's natural. You know, that's natural. Transference. What is that? All of it. Transference. Tootie, you're messy. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride where, Tootie? Enjoy the ride where? Because the ride has to go somewhere. So be very careful what you say now. Enjoy the ride, but where is the ride going? Where is it going, sweetheart? And I imagine things that I'm not supposed to be imagining. And you know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Sweet Jesus. I know the devil, he's on my shoulder and he's like enjoying every moment of this. Like, I knew this was going to happen. You wasn't going to stay fascinated with Mr. Fancy Pants long. Oh my goodness. Wow. The good emotions. What? Yeah, enjoy the ride. Wow, you all are horrible. Northman said what? Queen dang lit. Run fast away from that. Run fast away from what? My friend? Run away from my friend? You telling me to run away from my friend? What are you saying? Behave, Mr. Young. Run away from what? What am I running away from? Oh, run away from my friend, the one who I'm attracted to? Exactly, because, you know, I have never been attracted to any of my male friends in that way. One I can think of, I might have thought about, could I? But then my spirit would say, nah, you two couldn't be like that. You two are just too close. And some people was telling me, you know, even with this person, this other friend of mine from school, they were like, well, you know, he's going through stuff and, you know, he's getting a divorce and you two will be perfect because you two know each other. You two have a bond. But, you know, you don't want to mess that up. So I never went down that road. But I think secretly he likes me, and it's not to toot my own horn, but it's something I caught that he never knows I caught him doing. And I've never told this to anybody on a live stream, and I'm going to go ahead and tell that too. Oh, God, I'm probably going to get in trouble. Anybody ever listen to these live streams? One day, me and this older friend, this is not the person I'm talking about now, but this is somebody else. We were talking about something, and he said, I want to show you something. He wanted to show me a picture of somebody from our past or something. So he was going through his Google photos, and as he was strolling the photos, I saw myself. And it kind of floored me because it's like, what do you say in this moment that you're looking at yourself on a device? And you know, he's downloaded my photographs because it was a bunch of them. And I know where they came from. They came from Facebook. And he's not even thinking that while he's strolling his pictures, I'm looking at myself as he's strolling. This shit fucked me up. And I said, oh my God, he's downloaded your photos. Why? So what? He's attracted to you and he doesn't want to tell you. And he was one of those guys too, always tooting my horn, always complimenting me, you know, always talking about the good old days. And he was like, oh, Queen was so popular in school and she put us to sleep at night at the radio station in college. She's so talented. And all that was what I was thinking about. So I lost track of what the hell we were talking about because I'm sitting here looking at all my damn photos on his device. And I'm like, so what? He was secretly admiring me and he didn't want to tell me. And I never told him. Because at that moment I could have said, hey, why are my pictures in your phone? Why are these pictures of me? Damn, it kind of creeped me out too. But that was the only one person I could just actually think of that I could say I thought about in that way years ago. But naturally, I never said anything to him because I liked our friendship and I didn't ever want to mess that up. In case, we crossed that road and then things went terribly wrong, then you can't go back. So that's why they always tell you sometimes it's best to keep your friends opposite sex as your friends. But honestly, I've never dated or had any sexual relations with any of my male friends. I value my male friendships. And this person who I'm speaking of currently, he's a male friend, and I do value my friendship with him, and I don't want to do anything to mess that up. I don't want to do anything to mess that up. Mr. Young. Mr. Young said that sounds creepy. Well, Mr. Young, you've never downloaded photographs of a woman? You've never done that? Maybe he was sending the pictures to some people from when we went to college. I don't know. That's a good question. Yes, Alan, you're a man. What advice do you have for the queen? Very good question. What does he have to say about this dilemma that the queen has found herself in? Oh, wow. 24 in a room. Thank you all so much for following this network. It's awfully quiet down there. You all typing or you're thinking? Damn. What should the queen do? Keep him as her friend? Or go into the abyss? Woo! Some would say blindly. And some would say, no, it's willingly. You ain't blind. You know what's going on. It's a peculiar predicament, is it? So what is your answer? She asked you a question. Tootie asked you, what should the queen do? What is your answer, Mr. Young? I know what I want to do, but I know that wouldn't be a good idea. I would just be acting on physical desire. And that's not good. That wouldn't be good. Because I might start to feel some type of way. And that has been said. Remember, we talked about this months ago about having sex with people and there's no commitment. You know there won't be a commitment, but you go into the abyss anyway. At some point, people do draw some type of emotion towards people. And sometimes it gets convoluted because you start thinking things that don't exist when you start having sex with people. And that's not a place I want to be. Tootie is so funny. Tootie says, Gotrick, what say you? I love it. Gotrick, queen, is the man single? Well, is he single? I'll let you all answer. You all seem to always know more than the queen. Is he single? Is he taken? Does he live far away? Hell, does he even live in the country? Could be lots of reasons. Well, Tootie, there are times when you can be attracted to people who just aren't wanting to be in a relationship. I'm not here to say what it is because I don't feel like I need to tell everything. I've been attracted to somebody the past 3 years that was allegedly single and they couldn't get it together. They were attracted to me to some degree, but they weren't in a space to be committed for whatever reason. Godric says, if he is, go for it. If not, don't. Okay. Okay. Well, we got one. Tootie agrees. So we got two in the house for only go for it if he's single. So let me ask you all, since you all are all up in the Kool-Aid that I invited you into, if he was dating someone, do you consider the man taken if he has a girlfriend? Because some people disagree of a man dating, a woman dating someone versus them being married. So some people will say, well, long as he ain't got a ring on his finger, he's good for the taking. Then some will say, no, that's still not right. He's in a relationship with that person, or she's in a relationship with that person. So let's answer that, because we already know what you're going to say about a person being married, that that's wrong, it's taboo. So if they were dating someone, how do you feel about somebody trying to date them, pursue them, or be entangled with them with a partner? Why not just be friends and go with the flow? Whatever happens, happens. If the right time comes along for whatever to happen. Godric says, no, only married. Dating, he's single. But I'm saying, Godric, if the person was in a relationship like a girlfriend, do you think another woman should pursue him if he has a girlfriend? Because if a guy has a girlfriend, he's not supposed to be dating. So we got a little instigator in the house. Why not just be friends? Whatever happens, happens. Tootie says a single dating person is still on the market. Okay. Yeah, there's some women who believe that. Some women believe that. Well, I don't care, he's got a girlfriend. It don't matter. He's still not married. But see, somebody else may disagree and say, well, he says he cares for her. She says she cares for him. Why is he out here picking up strange kitty cat or flirting with other women? I mean, it is still a good question, because if two people say they love each other, they care for each other, that is going to be a question. Well, then why are you out here trying to flirt with somebody else? Why are you falling for somebody else? Why are you picking up this strange guy or lady, whomever? Someone says a single dating person is still in the market and he wouldn't be talking to you. Well, maybe, maybe not. See, everything's about perception. Oh, Lord help me. I can't even get to the damn bed. I was gonna try to go to sleep, which I knew I wasn't because I'm a night owl. And my sleep pattern is off doing this YouTube stuff. My sleep patterns are jacked up right now. And I said, I'm going to go live. I'm going to talk to the fans and see what they have to say. Because I know you all always got something to say. If he was satisfied. Well, damn, Tootie. Sky says my Native American upbringing would be a no. So, Sky, you're saying even if he's dating a woman, he's off limits? Tootie, shut your mouth. Well, Queen, it's all about the ultimate gift, sex. Wow, damn, Tootie. Tootie, you're talking about if he was satisfied. Well, you know, men don't necessarily have to be dissatisfied with sex, whether they are single, dating, and or married. Some men just like others. What I've been told by some men, they like other kitty cats. What's been told to me. And I'm not saying this is every man, so let me make that clear. Some men can be monogamous in a relationship and or married. They're not desiring another woman. They're not trying to hook up with another woman. They're not messaging another woman. They're not on a date site. They're not doing any of that. They are content with that lady they are with. But then there are some men who might say, well, yeah, I love her, my girlfriend, my wife, but I desire other. Then some might just have crossed the path with someone and fail for her. I remember that happened to my friend in high school, her father, God rest his soul, was a very nice man. He was married with 2 kids, really nice man in the community. You never heard any gossip about him, never heard of him cheating on his wife or being out in the street running around. He was a Christian man, church man, but he fell for a woman. And everybody knew him, everybody knew the woman he fell for, and they dated while he was still married to his wife. And he and the wife ended up, filing for divorce. This was probably, 88, because I was in high school then, senior year. And I remember being at my friend's house, and the mom was packing up their belongings and everything, and the dad came in from work, and he spoke to everybody, hi, how's everybody doing? And we spoke, and the wife, naturally, she didn't speak. She was just bitter, angry, and as she should be. Her husband feels for another woman, so that's understandable. But as time went by, and I started looking at her as an individual, because I want to be very careful how I use my words, I started seeing things about her that I thought, I don't know how they were together as long as they were. How did the marriage work? Just from things I learned about the mother after the fact. She became very clingy to her daughter. The daughter and I could never go anywhere as young people, because you got to remember, I was 18 when I came out of high school. So 19 is when we really started hanging the summers, before I would go back to college. We would go places like Applebee's, the movies, do young people things. And she would come pick me up for the evening to go out on the weekends. And her mother would be in the car. So it was like, okay, what the hell is this all about? So I just think, what in the hell is going on? Why is the mother here in the car? So she was attached to her daughter, because she didn't have anybody, I guess, Husband's gone on, moved on with the mistress. He and the mistress eventually got married, and they ended up both dying shortly apart from each other a few years ago. Married, they seemed happy. He ended up becoming a pastor. But the mother never remarried. The mother, she may have dated on and off, but to this day, she doesn't have a mate. She sits at home all day and watch TV. Older 70-plus-year-old woman. And I just look back at that story to myself thinking, wow, how things come about, how he fell for this woman. And even that woman, she and I were close at one time when I was younger, and we talked about the affair, and she told me, she said, Angela, if I was to go back in time, I would have never done what I did, slept with a married man. But it happened, and I can't take it back. But she let me know she loved him. At that time, she loved him. And I can say after they finally got together and married years later, I never heard anything derogatory about him in the street or her. So I never heard that he went out here and was still, going out here picking up women and messing around with different women and stuff while he was married to the mistress. Never heard anything ugly, salacious. So I do believe those two loved each other. Did I think he was in an unhappy marriage? He only married her to do the right thing because he got her pregnant, with the first child, which ended up being my best friend. And he did what most people did back in those times, the 60s, whatever. You do the right thing. You get a girl pregnant, you marry her. You may not be in love with her, but you marry her. You play house, even though you really don't have anything in common. And that happens. And then, too, we've learned that when you set up house with people, it may have started out that you actually loved them, but then you realize, this ain't what I wanted. This ain't what I like. We're not vibing, because things change. It's just a short story. Sky says that kind of situation could be deadly. Tootie right, with a man is in love, he's not going nowhere. Yeah, if he's in love, exactly. But a man gets hurt at Allen, oh my. What did I miss? Man want it all too. When a man is in love, he not going anywhere. That's like eating peanut butter every day. Sorry, every man wants some jelly every now and then. Alan says some men just like their cake and want to eat it too. Oh, God. If he didn't want to be single, he would have put a ring on it. So he's single. But remember, if you get with him, he better put a ring on it. Interesting. So why does a man want his cake and eat it too? Yes, so many baby boomers have gotten divorced because they did what was expected of them, Tootie. As I was saying about my friend's parents. He did what was expected. He dated her. She got pregnant. He did the right thing. He married her. Same thing with my parents. One was living in this area. One was living somewhere else. And my mom went to find her baby daddy once she realized she was pregnant. My great-grandmother told my father, hey, you got to marry that girl. You got her pregnant. That's what was expected of men back in the times, 1970 on back to ancient times. You knock somebody up, you're supposed to marry them. Don't matter if you like them or not, or attracted to them or not. It's just what was expected. It's not to say that every man did that. Of course they didn't. We had divorce back in the 20s to 30s. It's weird when I hear stories and people talk about that, saying, oh, my dad divorced my mom, or my dad left my mom when she had kids. And you'll say, well, what year was that? Oh, 1930. You're like, what? A man walked out on a woman in the 30s? Yeah. There was no stipulation of when a man decided he didn't want to be obligated. And some men don't. My father was notorious. What's the word I want to use? Be delicate. He liked women. He liked them young. Too young, matter of fact. Wasn't attracted to grown women. And I think in the end, as I told somebody recently, when he became sick, he realized all of that. It's too late. Can't go back. Cheated on his wife, made a baby. She found out later. She found out when he was dying in the hospital. Well, we didn't know he was dying at the time, but he was gravely sick. And she naturally was angry, took it out on me, and I thought, hey, I'm not your problem, because my daddy was a whore. That's who you mad at, okay? You found out he's got a grown kid. Hey, take it up with that man in the bed that's sick. Can't go back, can't take it back. He can't take it back, you can't go back. It is what it is. Anger. Of course, she'd be bitter, naturally. But taking it out on somebody else, that doesn't solve the problem. Young women are silly and easy to impress. Really? You think a lot of women are easy to impress? Young women? Well, I don't easily impress. That I don't. Yeah, it's nice to see a guy that's nice looking, well-dressed. He's got some money in the bank, got his own home, got a nice car. Of course, that's what you're supposed to be attracted to, a person that's a go-getter. They're doing well for themselves. That's, it's not even about gold digging. That's just something a person should have on the table anyway. But there's more to a person than their looks, the clothes they have in the closet, jewelry, the bank account, the fancy car, whatever. There's got to be some substance there. And that's why a lot of men get caught up with women and they are just disappointed because somewhere down the road they realize, she ain't no different than the last one. Yeah, because there's more to a person than just, pretty hair, pretty body, that's it. And let's be truthful. Anybody can learn to do certain things, if you get my drift, sexually. Because there are a lot of men who aren't satisfied at all. I can think of a man I know personally. The wife was pretty. They had somewhere to live. She worked till he finally got on his feet. But he just could not keep his penis to himself. He just loved to have sex. He had to have it all the time. Different women. I think maybe both of you should just get together. Maybe like on the weekends, just talk about it and discuss it. Mr. Young, You trying to tell the queen to do something she ain't got no business. Is that what you're saying? 20-something-year-olds. Well, you know what, Tootie? I guess you can be my age and get enamored, get beside yourself, get all flustered over what you think a guy has, and be sorely disappointed later. Because I think that's what happened with Mr. Professional. I thought he was just, I thought he was going to be that, that guy. Oh, he's decent looking. Looks like he's got a nice car and he lives in a nice part of town, allegedly. I didn't know shit. He's just another fucking liar. That's the whole point. Illusion. People can be what you want them to be. Is that not what we see on social media? All these pictures of people taking these wonderful pictures. They're on vacation, they're out to eat, they're doing this, and you don't even really know they're miserable as fuck. I always say that too about couples. I see a lot of people lately, like one of my housewives, Married to Medicine, Imani. Any of you all follow that show? She's the lady with the bald head. Beautiful black woman. She's now remarried to somebody else because this ain't the guy she was married to. The first thing I was thinking yesterday when I was looking at their photographs on IG, I said, are they happy though? Because I'm looking at the wedding photos, I'm looking at them smiling, they're on a public street taking pictures together. But we see this all the time as time goes by. You're looking at all these photos of people together and they're smiling and they seem like they're happy. But then you start hearing some old crazy shit. He's doing this, she's doing this, or she's complaining to her friend, sister about what he ain't doing and he ain't doing this. And then he's starting to complain. And then you're starting to say to yourself, damn, I thought they were happy. And I wonder that every time I see people together, are they really happy? Especially when I look at pictures of famous people, Facebook friends, people on IG, social media, they're always posting pictures. I'm always wondering, are they really happy? And then when I hear the story that they're going through a divorce or they're separated, I start to wonder, damn, what happened? What went wrong? Yeah. Tootie says, just keep it in perspective. Almost sounds like you could fall for him. Yeah, and that's the scary part, Tootie. Just talking about your feelings for each other. I mean, maybe. Maybe what, Mr. Young? Maybe what? Got you all up late. Oh, Lordy. Maybe what, Mr. Young? Relieve some tension just talking about it. Tootie says move forward. It's so funny. Maybe Mr. Young should come up and talk. Life really is short, Queen. Yeah, I know. Too short. I'm just sitting here meditating, trying to gather my thoughts. That's all I got. Time is all I have. Whew. That's all I have. Mr. Young, are you up? Maybe you like to give your opinion. Can you talk or you're sleeping? Somebody's sleeping. Everybody's asleep. Hey, Sam. You are beautiful, intelligent, and strong-minded. You take good care of yourself, both physically and financially. Quick-witted and funny. Such a strong, independent woman. You deserve to be in a love and happy. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Sam. Enjoy good feelings, thoughts, fantasies. Damn, Tootie. Yeah, but you know what? What do I always talk to you all about on this network? When I talk about true crime, what do I always talk about? The mannequin in the window. What do I always say about that? What have I always told you all? How long are you going to walk by that mannequin and just keep looking at it through the glass? Stay woke now. Because you know, at some point, you're going to get tired of looking through the glass. You're going to get tired of looking at that suit or dress or whatever. You want to go inside. Exactly. You're going to want to go in and touch. Amen. Thank you. Somebody follows Queen. Exactly. How long can you look through the looking glass before you decide you want to go in and touch the fabric? Try on the coat, try on the dress, see how it feels. Woo! This dress feels nice. Lord, it looks good on me. Then what do you want to do after that? I think I want to purchase this dress. Well, this is the same thing. How long am I going to look in the looking glass? Very well, Tootie. Exactly. Oh, I want to touch, believe me. I sure do. Repercussions, Tootie, repercussions. I just don't know what to say. You know what's funny? You all know I dyed my hair. You know, I changed my hair color and styles like every month. I'm looking at my picture on one of my profiles with the blonde hair. Of course, you know my hair is shorter now. And I'm looking at this picture and I'm looking at Queen. And I'm saying to myself, Queen, why don't you tell him, let's see if this blonde can have more fun. That's what I put on the date site on one of the photographs. I might end up putting my foot in my damn mouth. I might end up putting my foot in my damn mouth. Whew, Lord have mercy. Shannon said, I'm a man, I don't wear dresses. Well, we're not talking about you. Somebody says, I've stopped looking for love. Why? Why, honey? I feel like it's a waste of time. Why you say that? Okay. Wait 1 second, everybody. Hello? Somebody there? Hello?
Yeah.
Do you have something to say about this conversation, sir?
Yeah, like I said, I think you got an interesting dilemma. A peculiar dilemma, but nonetheless interesting.
Well, what's peculiar about it?
Well, the position that you're in.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. But I'm the captain of my ship, so I know what I should and shouldn't be doing.
Exactly. But that's life, ain't it?
Yeah.
We all know what we should be doing, but rarely do we do it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the reality of it. the
Somebody said it
situation.
sounds like you need to go on a date. Laugh out loud. Go on a date with whom? Oh, mercy. Yeah. What was your advice? You were talking down there in a conversation. So what you think? What you think Queen should do? Well, hello. What'd you say, Tootie? Give me the hard place with my mind intact.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, you broke
What
up.
did you say?
You broke up. I said, what do you think Queen should do?
I think she should do what she feels.
Wow.
You could end up regretting it either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Not taking a chance, not doing nothing, or doing something.
Yeah, but taking
whatever
a
the mood leads you to do.
Yeah, but taking a chance is probably the worst gamble because of the circumstances.
So,
Mm.
depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, well, how am I supposed to look at it? Can't look at it with blinders off.
No, that's just it.
Yeah.
You look at it clearly, and you go into whatever clearly.
Knowing the ramifications.
Yeah, if any.
Now really. Now you know it.
I've heard of people getting together and just having a good time, and sometimes one thing leads to another.
Yeah. Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
Like what? Just two warm bodies, that's it.
Well, they do whatever they feel like doing as adults, and they just, life goes on the next day. It might happen a few more times, but then they realize, maybe it ain't going nowhere, or maybe,
they know that,
it's a possibility,
or they know
the feelings are attached.
But look, if both people know where they stand, then they already know it can't go anywhere in the beginning, right?
True.
So then it wouldn't really be a point to do anything.
It depends.
No. Honestly.
Some people do things because just spur of the moment. Their feelings at that moment, or what they feel like doing.
Well.
Relieve tension or pressure, whatever you want to call it.
Wow.
And it be beneficial to both sometimes.
Right. Temporarily.
Yeah, just a quick fix, temporary. But outside of that, like I said, you got your principles, and you're standing on, business. You're standing on, if it's not a future, then like you're saying, why do it?
Right.
And in that case, you shouldn't.
Right. Very true. Do unto others as you have to do. Huh?
Even when they standing on business, people are weak.
That's true too.
So it's a lot of, different variations to this situation.
Oh, I wonder what he's thinking. Somebody said so many reasons, Queen. Sometimes you get a call back with respect. What are you talking about, Tootie? What are you saying, huh? Oh, this person says, but one, so I don't like being a third party. Exactly. That's the thing. Who wants to be a third wheel? Well, either main or get the fuck out of kind of energy. Damn. I mean, this person is a little gangster in the chat.
Well, wait a minute, because there are a lot of women in relationships that, they step outside their relationship for whatever the reason is. And they claim they love their man and vice versa. It's a lot of men that do the same thing.
But you don't think it's right, do you?
No, they don't make it right.
I'm saying, do you
But it's a
believe
lot of things that's not right.
That ain't what I asked you.
It's not right. It's not right.
Okay.
But if we lived in a perfect society,
yes,
then everything would be,
we really wouldn't have nothing to talk about, would we?
No, we wouldn't.
Because we do dwell on the negative. Okay. So how do you pronounce your name? Exvoria? I don't know how to say your name. I wouldn't put them in a third party. It's disrespectful. Okay. At this moment, I'd be a third or fourth wheel, JK. Damn, gotcha. You showing out talking about you be a third or a fourth wheel. What the hell? That's too much. Ooh, Tootie. Now, Tootie, you telling the truth. Tootie says a lot of people are third wheels and don't know it. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, it's a lot of third wheels and don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of third wheels and they do know it.
Right.
That's the conscious decision and choice that they made.
Yeah.
And they play their position and they roll. Yeah. They stay in their lane.
Right.
But that ain't for everybody.
Right.
There's some women and some men that don't want to be third.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worse. I don't know. I guess it depends on your perception. Some people might say it's worse if you know you're the third wheel, and some will say it's worse if you don't know. What do you think?
I think it's better if you know.
Really? Wow.
Yes, it's worse if you don't know, of course. Because if you know, you made a conscious decision and you accepted that position.
Mm-hmm. But what about the person that don't know that there's another wheel? I guess that's what I'm saying. The person that don't know.
Well, that means somebody playing games. And that's what get a person hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what causes all the confusions and all the problems.
Yeah. Tootie, you a man, someone tell Godric you need some, huh? Damn, Tootie. Godric, you need some? Godric said, I don't care, I want to be third or fourth. I ain't never heard nobody say that. That's deep. You want to be third or fourth. That you showing up playing. That's risque. He said, I don't care if I'm third or fourth. Jesus, well. I think it's better as well. You think what's better as well, huh? Yeah, that's the pickle. That is the dilemma.
And see, what you end up having is two people that might be having secret feelings toward each other, and they don't act on it. Now they stay friends and they're around each other all the time, or when they are around each other, or talk to each other, or whatever the case may be. And there's like an underlying tension.
Yeah, didn't think about that, but that could happen exactly.
A continual sexual underlining tension
Yeah.
that it just grows more and more.
Right. So then what do they do?
They probably end up falling weak eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Okay. Damn, y'all trying to get down in the chat. What, am I missing something down there? We might not have to cut this conversation short. These people in the chat. They trying to flirt. Don't even know who's a man or a woman down there. Y'all might need to ask the other one if they're a man or a woman. How about that? That might be beneficial while y'all flirting. Oh, you got to remember, you all are just a name and a circle. you know, could be a damn 10th grader down there talking. Jesus, I hope everybody's above 18 years of age that's in this chat. Talking about sorting out this wedding dress as we speak. God, you're crazy. We doing stuff down here. Oh, Gotrick says, I'm a man. Yeah, Gotrick, I thought you were a man. Okay. Ooh, Jesus. Well, that's something. Detention, yeah, I can see that being a problem down the road. Each person's just continuously talking, and then the conversation, it steers from platonic to not so platonic. Not good. Not good at all.
But for those two types of people that have discipline, it'll mostly say platonic.
Mm-hmm.
It'll strictly be platonic most of the time.
Yeah. Well, both need to be disciplined.
Yeah, they would.
They need to be.
Or else it wouldn't work.
Whew. Damn, got to be putting your age in the chat. What's going on? Y'all flirting tough down there. Well, it's a predicament indeed. I'm just trying to understand how I got here.
Well, like I said, I feel like the best thing to do would be probably get with your friend when y'all both have time, probably on a weekend or something, and go ride to a lake or something. I don't know, somewhere where you can be alone. Y'all discuss those emotions.
Yeah.
And enjoy each other's company on top of it.
Yeah. I like to talk personally. One-on-one, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think just getting a better understanding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get things out because to be therapeutic.
Yeah.
Get things out.
Or I could just not and just leave well enough alone. While I have,
that's another option.
Yes, while I have all my faculties.
What do you like?
While I have all my faculties. Yeah, but if only he knew. I can say I'm kind of in my feelings a little bit. And that's not good.
Well, it sounds like to me at the end of the day that you and this person is y'all are friends, and I believe true friendship will last regardless.
Yeah.
It'll stand the test of time if y'all friends, like you say.
But you know, women, we can become jealous. That's a human emotion.
Yeah, you're human. That's right. Men can become jealous too.
That's true. Do you know of men that become jealous often?
Yeah.
So, have you known of a man becoming jealous of a woman, but he has a woman?
Yeah, I know a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
They'll be with their baby mamas or whatever and get mad with somebody talking to their side piece.
Wow, that's interesting.
Get mad at the side piece for talking to somebody else.
Yes.
Or be with somebody else and get mad that they're talking to their baby mama or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Tootie says, you can go there, Queen, but take your brain with you. Well, I don't think I'd be taking my brain with me, Tootie. Think about what you're saying. Come on now, Tootie. Trust me, Queen goes there. She ain't taking she brain. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm just saying. Because most people say, well, she's not using her brain for going there. So how about I be taking my brain? I don't know. What do you think about that? Take my brain with me. I don't know about that. Tootie says we women are so emotional. That's true. But then, Tootie, you know, the flip side of that, you do have some women who are not emotional creatures. I've listened to some women over the years in conversations, and there are some women, more women now are not as emotional as women used to be, especially a lot of young women.
I think women and men are emotional. I think that's a human response.
Mm-hmm. But do you think more women now are not as emotional as a long time ago, 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah, women are more dominant now. Women are more independent now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women don't need men no more.
Yeah.
They're self-motivated.
Yeah, but there's nothing like having someone around, someone to talk to, do things with, go places,
Most women can get that whenever they choose to have it.
Yeah.
And when they don't want it, they don't want it.
But guess what? I ain't in that situation. I don't got nobody I could just call and be, hey, come on, let's hook up, or hey, come over, let's talk, I don't have none of that. I don't got a side piece, an old piece, new piece, nothing.
Sounds like you do.
Sounds like I don't.
Sounds like that's by choice.
That's not by choice. Nah, I don't agree with that. No, I'm not gonna agree with that. Because I've met different men, but my thing is, I'm not just going to keep him hanging around for what? The option of what? It just being physical? Because if I see that I can't even hold a conversation with you, you don't even have time to talk, I then eventually just get turned off. The physical wouldn't even mean anything to me at that point, because my thing is, damn, that's all it's going to be, is just the physical. You're not even somebody I can even hold a conversation with. I can't even say, oh, hey, I'm not feeling well today. Hey, I need a favor. You see where I'm going? I mean, everybody's got their different reasons why they deal with people. Now, some women can be physical with a man, and that's just all it is. He ain't that person that's going to talk to her. He can't give her money. He can't give her a ride nowhere she needed. She needed a bowl of soup. He ain't going to be that guy. I'm saying, if I'm going to be messing with you, I'm going to ask you for something if it's just a conversation. Damn. Just saying. I don't want to just be you talk when it's that time. Oh, hey, what you doing? You busy? Oh, can I come over? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds like what you're saying is, whatever happens in your life, you want it to lead to something. You want it to lead to it. You want to be able to see a future. And if you don't see a future, then there's no reason to be intimate.
But listen, let me tell you, no, I'm going to clarify that. There have been some men in the past couple of years I have tried to talk to. Let's say I tried to talk to, but I didn't look at them as a future. You understand what I'm saying? We may have just been coinciding, but I didn't honestly view them as, oh yeah, this is somebody I want to get to know and be on his hip and vice versa. No, that's not true. There have been many of men I've met I did not want a future with. I did not anticipate it and did not seek it out, and that's why I kept it moving and removed myself, because I wasn't interested. It takes a lot for me to be just floored. And sometimes, as I said, I've been floored by the wrong elements from somebody from my past. But why I was floored with that person, that's a whole nother story. But I just don't get just enamored with some guy, even if it was just physical. No. Because you got to think, there have been many men who tried talking to me recently, over the past couple of years, trying to call, talk. I've blocked them. I've moved on. I'm just not interested. It's just, if it's something about them I'm just not turned on with, I don't want to keep talking. Even if it was physical, I don't know. I don't want to continue.
Well, that means you're looking for something more, obviously.
Right.
And if that be the case, then that means you keep things strictly platonic.
Mm. But Tootie, what is you talking about? Oil change. Relationships should be teamwork. Nah, why you say that? Money, time, energy, all should be reciprocal. Yeah, but sometimes we know it's not reciprocal. What time, energy, money, because it depends on what each person is looking for and their expectations. That's the whole point. Everybody's not expecting the same thing when they, you know what I'm saying, get tangled up with a person. And I think that's why emotions run high, because people don't actually discuss, okay, what are we going to be doing here? People just go do stuff, you know what I mean? But they don't talk about, where is this going? What are your expectations? What are my expectations? That way there's no misunderstanding later. But then that doesn't mean anything either, because you can't stop a person feeling the way they're feeling. And like they say, once two people keep being together in that way, there's going to be some type of emotion by somebody. Or one's going to like one more, or one's going to maybe not like one less. But somebody's going to be more entangled, because that's usually what happens. Yeah. More entangled. Quiet.
So what?
I said you got quiet.
Oh, my phone. I'm trying to charge my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need to hang up, I understand. It is late. If you ain't got the money for something you need, I have them. Then I'm going to give you the money for it and hope you return the favor when the shoe is on the other foot. That's personally how I see it. Yeah. Well, and that's a nice sentiment. A person needs something and you ask the person what it means. I just want to be pampered. That's me. I feel like I deserve that. I'm just going to keep it real. My time is due. That's what I want. I want to be pampered. I sure do. Why not? I would hope most women would want to be pampered. But then a man would say the same thing, right? I want to be pampered too. I guess everybody has their own perception of what pampering is.
No, you are right on what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I want. It's a lot of men aren't trying to give that to women. Even if women date the man, a lot of men just don't want to do anything for a woman. They don't want to take her out. They don't want to go anywhere. They don't want to buy her gifts. They don't, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. And God forbid he's not affectionate. Some men, after they've done the do, they just go to sleep. What do you think about that? Just roll over, up, tired, I go to bed. Ain't no kiss, hug, or nothing. Yeah. They pat dogs on their heads, don't they? What the hell?
There's a lot of men like that.
Yeah, I get it. You've exerted yourself, you're tired, but geez. Nothing like a warm hug, stroke of a shoulder or hair. I don't know. I think I live in an imaginary world. I said it to myself probably yesterday, the day before. I said, Queen, honestly, you just live in an alternate universe. The things that go through your head, your expectations of people, it's just alternate. It just don't damn exist. People don't exist. Can't be afraid of being hurt, Queen. Well, I have been hurt, sweetheart. If a man gonna pamper me, I'm gonna do the same back. Well, I'm good at pampering a man. That's no problem. I pamper people in general. I always like treat people the way I want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm intimate or not, or friendly or not, I like to treat people the way I want to be treated. So I'm all for pampering a man. Probably do more than what I should be doing. But I'm just saying I would like to get it back. Be it physical, be it gifts, be it attention. You know, because you can pamper a person in different ways. It could be sexual, it could be affectionate, it could be compliments. You know what I'm saying? It could be time, it could be gifts. You know, doing something nice, kind for the person. It's a broad spectrum when you talk about pampering.
Do you think it's more harmful for two friends to allow their feelings for each other to come out as opposed to just keeping it in?
Do I think it's hard?
Do you think it's harmful?
Do I think it's harmful?
End up in a bad situation if for two friends that's, you know, they strictly platonic.
Yeah.
But they develop feelings, and for those two friends to allow those feelings to come out.
Do I think it's harmful?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
As opposed to just.
I'm gonna tell you this.
They should have kept it to themselves.
I'm gonna tell you this. Depending on what I just mentioned here earlier, if each discusses his or her expectations, but the flip side of that is you could talk it out all you want, but that has nothing to do with once the do's been done. God forbid you go back in for seconds, how each party is going to feel, you see what I'm saying, about the other person. Because it's the old saying, talk is cheap. You can tell I have put my foot in my own mouth, I don't know how many times of things I said to myself, what I was not going to do, right? Oh, I ain't going to talk to him. Oh, I ain't going to deal with this person anymore. I ain't going to talk to this female friend no more. I ain't going to do this. I ain't going to do this person this favor. And then you're right back doing what you said you weren't going to do. So it's the same thing. You could talk yourself a good game. I'm only going to do this. I'm not going to get emotionally attached. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to be asking questions. I'm not going to have any expectations. And then, like I said, next thing you know, you're sitting here thinking to yourself, like, well, I wonder what he's doing. Or he's wondering what she's doing. Damn, she ain't called me today. She usually calls me by this time. Why she ain't called? Now you're starting to think shit that you know you ain't supposed to be thinking about.
Yeah.
Oh, she sounded like she was rushed when I tried to talk to her, or her mind was somewhere else, and that's where the danger comes in. When you start assuming, and then maybe the person decides that they want to back off because maybe something else came about, a tree got rattled, somebody got knowledge thereof, and then it's like, can't do that anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be like that.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said, DeMarco says, I got you, love. I pamper you. Oh, well, thank you. DeMarco, you don't even know Queen. Talking about you a pamper me. Shut your mouth. You're probably young. Queen attracts a lot of young men. Younger men. I don't know what it is with them puppies. Look, if they 30 and under, I've been trying to figure out what is it. They're looking for a mother figure or what? Or a sugar mama? Or both? What do you think? Young men being attracted to me.
Is it just young men?
It's different kinds, different ages, but I've noticed it's a lot of younger ones.
I would say it's a variety.
Huh?
I would say it's a variety.
Yeah.
Of ages.
Yeah, it is, but I'm still just trying to figure out why it seems really a lot more younger men message me, and I'm just like, damn, what is going on? I guess I'll just sleep on it and pray about it.
Yeah. So I appreciate your You'll have me to come over here.
Yeah, and give your opinion.
Say a
And
few things.
yeah, I do. Just, I always like to get a male perspective.
Yeah, we always love talking to the queen.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna pray about it. I'm just gonna ask God to give me strength because I must admit I'm just I'm not in a good place mentally. That I own that because I tell people I own my shit.
Yeah.
I'm not in a good place mentally, physically either. But I know what is on my mind. I know what's crossing my mind. I know what I shouldn't be doing. I know what's best for me. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I am attracted to him.
And I do want to say this.
Yeah.
If he's a good friend, if he knew, you know, as far as like you just said, mentally where you're at and the space that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
a good friend probably, whether he had emotions or feelings or not, probably wouldn't even he wouldn't go that route because where you're at mentally, according to you.
Yeah.
They would respect that. They probably wouldn't even approach you in that type of way.
Okay.
If they knew that.
Well, I'm sure
wouldn't want to be disrespectful.
Right, but I'm sure at some point he now knows.
And he probably wouldn't even come at you like that because, like I said, a good friend would respect that because they wouldn't want to.
Thank you,
sure,
Tootie.
like you said, he's a good friend, so he respects your friendship.
Well, and I hope he does.
Violate it either, just like you know.
Yeah, and I don't want to bring trauma to him.
Advantage.
Well, I would hope he wouldn't, because some people in the audience might think, well, he probably don't even care. He's just like a typical man. He just wants to get his rocks off. And do you think maybe that's all he wants is just sexual?
Now, if that was the case, I think you would be able to see the red flags, and you would already have all your answers.
So when you've been listening to this live stream, do you think that's all he wants?
No, not just listening to how you are portraying them.
But I could be wrong. But I could be wrong, though, right? Because everything's about perception.
Well, you could be wrong, but the way you are portraying it, that will be necessarily a red flag.
Oh, if I saw red flags.
Yeah, you have all the answers you need.
Stop it. Well, I'm wondering, though, if that's all it is. He just has pent up pressure. Yeah. He's just wanting to release it on a willing victim.
Well, who knows? We'd have to talk to him to figure that out. But like you said y'all was good friends, so I wouldn't think that he would ever violate the friendship or, you know what I mean, take advantage if you're in a specific type of place in your, your headspace. But I really do hope everything work out. And like I said, I appreciate you allowing me to be on your live.
Thank you.
On this live broadcast. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Thank you. Come back again.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. All right, everybody. Woo. What say you, the chat? 1 hour and 34 minutes into this live stream. Oh, help me. Where are the people I need to talk to me? If you stay just friends, then you'll probably always wonder what if, and if you try it and it doesn't work out, then good friends will eventually make their way back to one another after the breakup. I gotta get some sleep. Tootie, good night, Tootie. Damn. I know it'll be okay. Thanks, Tootie. Okay. Good night, Tootie. Tootie's so funny. So funny. Oh, Lordy. Wow. Well, that's the dilemma, everybody. That's the dilemma. Sorry for the long pauses. I'm just in thinking mode. You know what? Before I check out of here, I'm going to say this. I can be attracted to, a variation of men, okay? But I know what I really like and what I really want. I want someone that's level-headed, laid back, easy to talk to. They've got their shit together, okay? That's what I want. And I know it's hard to find, because of this demographic that I'm in. I'm in a predominantly, white area. Not to be, racist or nothing, but it's just what it is. If I want to date a black man, it's predominantly, a white state, white area. Don't have a lot of black people in this region where I live. As I told you, it doesn't get ethnic until you get to Chattanooga, Memphis, or Nashville. So the options are slim, especially depending on the type of man I'm looking for. And the type I'm looking for is the obvious. I would love to be able to just really nice gentleman. He's easy to talk to, easy on the eye, nice looking, smell good. He can hold a conversation. He's diverse. He doesn't have all this pent up anger. He's not bitter. He's not mad at the world. I would even like a professional man because I haven't dated too many professional men, so I would love a professional man. But even if he wasn't, I still want him to, have something, as Mama used to say, forget about himself. He's not lazy. He cares about himself, how he looks. That's what I want. I want a well-dressed man. I want that. I desire that. Working, of course, stable. And this is hard to come by. It really is. Monogamous. He ain't dating a lot of women. And of course, I want a man who is single. Because what am I going to gain by dating somebody or messing around with someone who has someone in their life? What am I going to gain from that? I'm not going to gain. I'm going to be the biggest loser. That's what I tell myself. Then, of course, as Tootie was saying, a person may not even know they're the third wheel. And that's so very true. And when you're living in a place like this, everybody knows everybody. The pickings are slim. You are possibly going to be a third wheel. Because people just don't have self-control anymore. Men and women both. I'm not going to say it's just men. Some men just desire, company with another woman. Now, some are genuine about the person that they're with. They do care for their girlfriend, wife, but then something happens. They meet somebody else. There's some type of physical attraction, conversation. Maybe they dated before, I don't know, messed around before. They meet up, talk, and then one thing begets another. And naturally, we're all in control of our emotions, our body parts. We know what we should and should not be doing. We know the ramifications for getting entangled with people physically, and we have somebody else. And we also know that even emotionally. If you can just keep talking to a person and you see that you're gravitating towards them, you do have to tell yourself, no, I probably shouldn't keep talking to him or her because I got somebody. I'm supposed to be invested in this other human being. Same thing for the person that's on the outside looking in. They've got somebody. this is not going well. I have feelings for this person, or I'm growing to have feelings for this person. That's a dangerous place to be. I don't wish that on anybody. Honestly, I don't. Because as I said, a lot of courtships and relationships start off sexual. People just look at each other and say, oh, she's pretty, she's fine, oh, she got a big old butt, or she got big boobs, whatever. Or they're just horny and just look at her and, hey, come on, let's hook up. I think most hookups start that way, okay? It's physical. It's a physical attraction, or it's just somebody trying to get off. Take your pick. But it's, to me, more dangerous when it starts off with just average conversation. Nobody went into it trying to get anything from the other person. No physical relationship, no sex, no nothing. It just started out mutual conversation. Hey, how you doing? Thought about you. Hey, want to ask you something? Just mutual. More genuine. That situation is more scary. The other one can be scary too. You just start off physical. Just jump in and start having sex. Because we know people lose their damn mind once they get some good sex. And as I told someone weeks ago, it ain't about that with me for you. Because what I had to let a person know, I can get sex anywhere. You're not nothing special. You, the last, or whomever else. So, sometimes you got to check people. Let them know. Maybe it ain't even about that. But with this person, I have had no interactions with sexually. There's been no touching. There's been no nothing. Just conversation. But I am physically attracted to him. And yes, I am attracted intimately. I am. Curious, I am. Thinking about it lately, I have. And boy, it is not a place my head needs to be. I tell myself, damn, Queen, what the hell is going on? I've been asking myself that all day yesterday. How in the hell did you get to this place right here? I have to talk to myself. Should I talk to myself? I don't give a damn what nobody says. I'm going to talk to Queen, okay? Because she's my best friend. She got my back when nobody has my back. So I talk to myself and I tell myself, what in the hell is going on? Oh, somebody help me. Oh, I don't swim, but Lordy, I need a life preserver. Somebody send Queen a life preserver. She need a vest. Look, I need the vest, the life preserver. I need to be just Gucci down with everything. Damn. Send her a little rowboat. She can get it. She in bad shape. Yes, attraction is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Because let me tell you something. I've been there. I've been there with two other people in my life that I got tangled up with, that I just could not leave them alone. And they couldn't leave me alone. And I've had both men say this to me. The ones who I dilly-dallied with the most, the one from years ago, he would say, I don't know, it's just something about you. I always thinking about you. Wondering what you're doing, although I was too young to be committed. But you're that one. Just I was not in a headspace for you to be that one. Now, the second one, who I've messed around with for 3 years on and off since 21, summer 21. Same thing, I think, with him. He doesn't want a commitment, crying and moaning about some woman hurt his feelings, cheated on him, uses that as an excuse. I don't ever want to be living with a woman, shacked up, playing house. I don't want to be hurt like that again, blah, blah, blah. And he told me last summer when he was visiting me, he said something really crazy to me. Kimmy K. Okay, Kimmy K. You made me lose my train of thought, girl. Anyway, the one who I've, as I said, messed around with for the longest, he had said to me last year, he said, I don't ever want to be in a situation where I get caught up with you because I know I could be. I thought that was honest of him to say that because he didn't have to say that. He says, I already know that there'll probably be that day when you leave this house and I'm wondering where you are. And I'm wondering what's taking you so long to get back. He says, you're going to the grocery store? And I'm wondering, is Angela there? I thought that shit was funny to me because I had never heard him say anything like that. And he says, I don't want to be in that place with you. So I thought, wow, that's deep. I said, I didn't know you felt like that. He's like, yeah. He says, you know, there's times you've called my phone and I've had to break down, you know, tell myself, don't answer. Please don't answer her call. Even though it's hurting me because he's not answering, you know, I'm feeling ignored, whatever. But he's saying, I did it because I know me. And I know that, yeah, I've got feelings for you, but I'm not in that space to give you, you know, what you need, what you want. Because I don't want a commitment for my own reasons. He says, but there have been many times I broke on down and answered your call because I just couldn't stay away from you. It's just something about you. So he's saying the same thing the last dodo bird said from many moons ago. So it's something about Queen that they can't stop being around me. Although they're not in a headspace to be committed, but they eventually break down and talk to me anyway. It's crazy nonsense. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Because it's like, oh, so you don't mind being around me on Tuesday, but then after that, you go do your thing and you're thinking about me. Because the last one, you know, I can't be descriptive of what he he said he does, but he's like, trust me, you're on my mind all the time, even if I don't call. I am like this with lots of people. I don't talk to people. I don't answer the phone, woo, woo, woo. So don't take it personal. But of course I'm going to take it personal because when you get feelings about a person, you're going to take it personal. You're not talking to that person. You're not spending time with that person. You're not doing anything with that person. You're wondering where they are. You're wondering if they're okay. That's a terrible place to be, to feel that for a person. And I've said this so many times to that dodo bird. Like, why would you want someone to worry about you? Why? Why are you this selfish? It's sad. And now I tell myself with so much time that has elapsed that I've had contact with him, we haven't talked since May. I just told myself that's one person you definitely need to get out of your mind because he's just fucking wayward. He's got an excuse for everything. It's never going to be what you want because he's got so many pent up ways and quirks and, you know, bitterness. That's not what you want because you don't deserve that. You know, there's times we could talk when we're together, but it ends at that moment. And that's not good for me. You leave my peripheral. We can't talk. We can't hold a conversation. You just want to text, yo, what's up, all that. You know, we're too old for that. I'm not a kid. Because, once again, he ain't a talker. But yet when he comes around me, he goes on and on and on. I mean, he's like a little kid jumping around and you're just sitting here looking at this person like, you're the same person that can't hold a conversation on the phone, but yet when you get in my peripheral, you act like you act like hell I gave birth to you. Just jumping around and just can't be still, just talking. I'm just sitting here looking like, who is this person? Just strange. Woo, I attract them. Yes, I do. What are y'all saying in the chat? Okay, I hear that a lot, but then why do they entertain the idea of communication, etc., with a woman hooking up? Oh, Lord. If you're committed to hooking up, why not a relationship? Because it's in and out. You get the sex and you keep it going. That's why. Kimmy K, I thought you was asleep. You're not getting any younger, so take chances and stop wasting your time with unavailable men. Wow. Well, Kimmy K, I think we already know that. You know, you start out with people, you have to remember when you start out with people, a lot of times the men don't represent themselves as unavailable. You know, I'm not talking about the current situation or why I'm doing this live. I'm talking about my past situations. You know, the one that I messed around with on and off 3 years. When we first met 3 years ago, I thought he wanted a girlfriend. But I saw the signs, you know, early on, a couple weeks after talking to him, he was aloof. He was distant. And I gradually learned him. He has a lot of mental issues. So the signs were there. So I blame myself for that situation because I saw the signs early on. And I went back in when he, reached out to me 4 months later. So that was my fault because I should have said, well, he showed you signs that he would fall off. But, I said, well, I'll just give him a chance. Let's see what he's talking about. And that was what we had on and off. And I blame myself because, like I said, I saw the signs early on years ago. But we don't have contact now, so it is what it is. Sometimes you can't tell if someone is unavailable. Yes, and some do play a good game. That's the whole point of what Tootie was saying. Sometimes you're a third wheel and you don't even know you're a third wheel because you could be involved with someone and you don't know that they are desiring somebody else, that they are flirting with somebody else, they're hooking up with somebody else. How are you going to know that? You're not going to know. You're not going to know until it all comes out in the wash. You find out. You get caught looking at their phone, text messages, whatever, tracking their movements on the phone, Google. And that's a dangerous thing too. And I have to tell myself that I do need to be careful because, whether a man is involved with a woman or not, you don't know what they're doing out here in the street. So that's very important, what Tootie said about being a third wheel. You can be a third, fourth wheel and don't even know it. Because nobody's going to just come out and tell you, yeah, I got 2 women over here, a wife over here, and nobody's going to tell you that. Only a fool's going to tell you that. Because they want to keep you in the fold. They're going to tell you, oh, yeah, I got a lot of women going on. I got a side piece going on. Oh, yeah, I got a girlfriend, and I got you, and I got another. Who's going to tell somebody that? You got a few fools that might tell it. Young men, they might tell it. Hell, there might be some older ones that'll tell it too. Yeah. Well, Kimmy, what I'm talking about in this live is something else. You obviously you just came in on the live, so you don't really know what we're talking about. I'm not talking about this person being a good person or not. That's not the subject. That was subject from weeks ago. What I'm talking about in this live is totally different than what I talked about weeks ago. So you might need to go back to the replay. Tootie made a good point. You don't know what people are doing. So you can be involved with a person and have no idea that they're out here desiring somebody else or picking up somebody else. The point I'm trying to make about that, so I got sidetracked, is that it's a dangerous game no matter what. Because people lie and people deceive. And I've shared this short story with the chat many years ago, and I'll repeat it. Why I need to always be aware of circumstances dealing with a man. Because as I said, you don't know what people are doing out here. I can easily go out here and meet somebody and they say they're single, and I don't know that. Like the last guy from weeks ago, he said he was single, but I felt like he wasn't because all he wanted to do was text, just bullshit. Who's to say he had a girlfriend, didn't have a girlfriend, she lived in her own house? Don't know. It doesn't even matter at this point because I'm never going to get the fucking truth out of him because he just played fucking word games. The point I'm trying to make is my mother's baby sister, many moons ago, 50 plus years ago, was involved with a married man and he murdered her. For those of you who did not know this, my mother's baby sister was murdered by the man she was having an affair with. He was a married man, and I don't know how long she was dating him, but he murdered her. And he talked about it after he killed her in a bar. that he had murdered her. And what my aunt told me about her sister was that she laid out on a public street, gasping for breath after he murdered her. So you see, when you're dealing with emotions, it doesn't have to go the way you think it's going to pan out when you have a third wheel, fourth wheel, because people don't always tell the truth. I don't know the circumstances for how my aunt got tangled up with this married man. Don't know if he had children. I know she had one baby girl. My one cousin, she's about a year younger than me, I think. The point is, you don't know people. So as we were talking in this live stream about having feelings for people, even knowing we are tangled up with somebody else and then we get tangled up with somebody else, doesn't mean a man can't have feelings for the other woman, the side piece, the lover, mistress, whatever you want to call her. Because everybody's got their own idea of what a person feels for another person. Only people know the people involved. Yes, he killed his mistress, my aunt. Imagine her being a young woman. She's young. Because my cousin was a baby when her mother was murdered. She was a baby when her mother was murdered by her married lover. So every blue moon that will come to my mind, you might want to be careful. Whoever you're talking to, whether he's dating somebody or he's married or whatever he got going on, because you're never going to know the truth. That's the point. Because people don't tell the truth. They lie. Men lie. Women lie too. Oh, I'm separated. We don't live together. They stay in another house, live in another city. And all this time, they don't tell you, oh, by the way, yeah, he's stalking me. Yeah, he's looking in the mailbox. He's riding by. He's using the children. See, you don't know, because who the fuck wants to tell somebody that when they first meet them? Nobody. You know, I was just watching a documentary the other day of this woman dating a guy up in Wisconsin, and her husband is believed to be the suspect. He was found guilty of the guy's murder. And you could tell he had hate for her and the guy. Because she was what? Hispanic. He was Hispanic. He was mad. So it's like you talking bad about a Mexican, but you made Mexican babies. A white man and a Mexican woman. But he was mad because she moved on. That's the point of the story. She moved on. He couldn't deal with that. He knew they weren't working out. That's why they weren't together. But it didn't matter. He didn't want her to go on, even if he really didn't love her anymore. It's the fact somebody else was in her company, and he had proof, watching her, taping her through a window. This man was crazy. Now, naturally, his family don't think he committed the crime, but his own child brought forward the information. Hey, yeah, daddy took me to his house and to my mom's house, and he's watching her through the window with this guy, woo, woo, woo. So, highly circumstantial. And then one speck of blood in the back of his van belonged to the victim. So you see, anything could pop off. And it's not to get macabre during this live stream pertaining to my situation, but I have to always keep that in mind. Desperate people do desperate things. And I don't want to get hurt by a man, and I don't want to get hurt by a female. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, because I could meet a guy right now, date him. He says he's single, but he's out here screwing with other women. Or he could have an ex that's still mad, still jealous, and she's creeping around watching. And next thing you know, she's sitting here trying to blow my damn brain out. Hey, I don't trust nobody. People are crazy. And if a person thinks they're going to lose a person, especially if they're in a relationship with them or they're married to them, you don't know what the fuck they'll do. You don't know if they'll put a tracker on a person's car. I've worried about that too. Oh, Queen's been in some situations, let me tell you. And one thing I've learned about people who date each other and who are married to one another, the women will track the phone of the man, especially if they're on the same plan. So that's why I don't really like even talking to men, just because I don't know who's watching their phone. I don't know who's looking at their text messages. I don't know if the person has passwords to get into their phone, their emails, whatever. Because you're thinking, oh, we're just holding a conversation. We ain't really talking about nothing. You don't know what a person is watching. And I've seen it done. Woman tracking the man's phone. I think of a situation a few years ago. She told him, I know you're in this area. I said, what the fuck? I was stunned, like, what the hell's going on here? How did she know where you are? She didn't know the exact location, but she had the generalized area. Now, luckily where we weren't in his car, and he didn't take his car. And he knew that. He left his car somewhere and rode with me. But that was the best thing he ever did, because Lord have mercy. Had he have left his car, she would have been sitting right there waiting on him when he got out, when he came out, and she would have been going ham, crazy ass woman. She would have went ham. And I was nervous to come out where I was, because I was thinking, hell, maybe she's just sitting somewhere watching, trying to put it together. But naturally, we didn't come out. Did we come out at the same time? I think we did, though. So it's still risque if the person was thinking they knew where we were, or where he was, rather. Life is too short for this type of nonsense. And I told myself then, I thought, this isn't good. I don't want to be in these type of situations, because I'm not trying to be fighting nobody and beating nobody down, because in the end, I'm not giving a fuck about whose girlfriend, wife it is. I'm getting ready to try to be survival of the fittest. I ain't getting ready to do some TV Lifetime shit and be standing out here arguing with somebody in a parking lot about no damn ding-a-ling. That's not quaint. That's one thing I'm never going to do. There is a genre of folks who don't have stupid drama. You just have enough sense to leave the toxic group and find the saner group. I get why people do that, but the crazy ex trying to take you put is a whole other ball game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know if a person has a stalker, an ex walking around. So even if we touch on dating somebody that's allegedly single, you don't know what they got going on when you meet them, because people just are not going to tell you, yeah, I'm still tangled up with somebody else. Yeah, I've got a crazy stalker ex. I got somebody I'm still having sex with and dealing with. Hey, yeah, I'm still dating them, live with them, but I'm trying to talk to you. That's why a person needs to be honest and say, hey, I got a girlfriend, I got a boyfriend, I got a spouse. I'm still messing around with my wife, but we are separated. We live in separate houses. You need to let a person know all of that, because the worst thing you can do is lie and get two people tangled up in some drama because you decided not to tell the damn truth. It happens all the time. People lie. They don't want to tell the truth. We see this all the time in true crime. These crazy ass men, women, they don't want to tell the other person the truth. They don't want to tell that they're still married. They're telling lies that, my wife is dead and my husband's dead. And yeah, because you murdered them. Yeah, that's why. They don't tell you that. You know, we can do the Scott Peterson scenario, Chris Watts, all that other type of crazy stuff. Queen ain't trying to be one of them stars. I'm not trying to be on the Oxygen Network or Netflix. Hell no. Just keeping it real. But that's the latest, everybody. I'm going to check out of here. It's 2 hours in. Thank you for joining the Queen and letting her share her journey. And maybe next time I'll come back on and talk about what I'm doing next in the dating arena. So far, I'm not dating anyone. I'm not seeing anyone. Mr. Professional is now null and void. We have not had contact in almost 2 weeks. This Sunday will be 2 weeks that we had words through text messages. He was gaslighting the fuck out of me. So that's typical of a narcissist. We never went anywhere. We never went away for the weekend. And we never did anything because I don't think he was serious and trying to get to know me. I think he was just, out for what he could get physically, and that was it. And like as I told him, that's okay. Just keep it real. Just keep it honest. I can respect you better if you're honest. That's it. People can respect you if you're honest. And I am kind of stunned he hasn't called, but he just proved to me he didn't want anything. And that's, hey, I can't do anything but accept that. But the dilemma at hand, I am attracted to someone who is an acquaintance of mine, and I think about him all the time, and it's not good. It's not good at all. We have spoken about it briefly. Maybe we'll talk further to see what we will and won't do. I don't think we need to do anything physically, if you get my drift, because it wouldn't be beneficial, I don't think, to either of us. It would just be a temporary fix that could possibly lead to disaster. And I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for him, and I don't want anybody else being hurt, because I have to always remember I could be in that situation as well. So, but I am attracted to him, and I never thought that I would be feeling this way. As I said, it could be transference because of us talking about the other guy, Mr. Professional. Oh, girl, if only you knew. If only you knew. I am attracted to him. I'm not going to lie. He's handsome as hell. If you saw his pictures, whew, Jesus, mercy. I mean, damn, he's fine as hell. Yeah, dress is nice. And I can only imagine how good he smells. I don't even want to find out, because I know I'd be, what they say, woman down. Woman down. I hope you can get some sleep, Queen. If it's meant to be, then it'll happen. God's got you, and your subs have your back. Praying for you always. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, I know y'all. I know some of you got love for the Queen. I appreciate that too. I do. Thank you for following this network and subscribing, and share my content to others. Tell them to subscribe too. Follow me on Newsbreak. I also upload content there on the Newsbreak app. Put in your location on the app and you'll get breaking news in your area. So if you live in Phoenix, New York, Connecticut, put your location in on the app, and then you'll get updates pertaining to what's going on in your town, and also what's going on in America and abroad. Follow the Queen on Newsbreak, the Vault Excel. I'm there. I'm on IG, Big Sexy 71. If you need to reach out to the Queen on any breaking news stories that I talk about or discuss, I really like to keep the IG for business only, not too personal, but I have steered away, decided to steer away from the true crime, because that's really not my bag. And I don't like the true crime community here on YouTube. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts of it. That's my journey, everybody. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate it. I'll come back later and talk to you about somebody that I talked to briefly from Louisville, Kentucky. That's an interesting story. Young man I met online. Never physically met, but video chat briefly. But wasn't for me. Too young and didn't have the criteria for a 53-year-old woman. Because that's the old saying, I could do bad all by myself. Exactly. I couldn't see that going anywhere. And he was young, so that's hell no. I could not date nobody that would be the age of my own child. That's crazy as hell. There's nothing I can do with that. But I'll keep you all abreast on the dating dilemmas. Come back. But as of now, Mr. Professional is out of the picture. We have had no contact. And currently, I'm attracted to someone that I am friends with, and it's a scary situation. Nothing has happened, but I do think about him often. And I'm telling myself, please don't cross the threshold, Queen. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Woo! Lord have mercy. I have not been drinking in about a week. I had a little bit of wine yesterday, and I was kind of loopy from that because I had been taking some meds and I wasn't supposed to drink. But, when I say I've been craving me some liquor, Lord have mercy. And my mind is telling me, you don't need that either. You don't need that either. Sure enough, get yourself tangled up. You don't need that either. You better just stick to the chocolate ice cream. And look, don't need that either. either. But anyway, that's probably my safest bet. Thank you all so much for the love. I appreciate it. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. God bless all of you. You've been listening to the Vol XL.